Hello, everyone, and welcome to TPC Sports. My name is Meter, and I'm joined in the booth here today by none other than the league owner, founder, the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Langell. How's it going today, Langell?
Meter, I am fantastic. Happy New Year to you and all the viewers, sir.
Happy New Year to you as well. We have playoff football here today, and man, am I excited for these back-to-back games.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting night in the history of the league. And first off, we've got the Bears and the Packers, which, because it's Colby versus the computer, you'd almost think that it's a shoo-in for the Bears to advance. But these Packers knocked out former champion Tampa Bay.
The reigning champion, no?
No,
Shane is. Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very exciting. And you know what? There's something kind of interesting about having one computer in the playoffs in these final rounds here, these divisional rounds, representing all of the computer. Beautiful screenplay here, getting some great blocking, getting to the sidelines and taking it outside, using the screenplay, something Colby actually taught me how to use himself, using it against him here, moving the ball to the 46-yard line.
Exactly. What a start by the Packers now. 46-yard line, 1st and 10.
Couple of quick shout-outs in chat. Iceman Illis with a host. Shane's Gaming with a host, and Iceman says, let's go!
Let's go!
Bombing it into the end zone, and this one touched out of his hand almost. Oh, man, if he did not block that, that was a touchdown.
Definitely was. Again, like I said earlier, you can't take these Packers lightly.
Not at all. This has been a great season for them, too. CPU controlled. They were controlled by Slippy for the first 4 years, and the last 2 years have been CPU controlled. As we see a pass out to the left side, getting to the sideline, finally taken down at the 29, but big yards there.
That was absolutely huge. And you think about the fact that they're computer controlled in a division that had Colby and Kiv style. And the computer came out with the wild card spot.
Now, they have faced Chicago twice this year already. Yes. The first time taking a 4-point loss. The second time Chicago won again. This time 16-0. So
wow.
They may very well be coming into this with a chip on their shoulder as much as the computer can.
This is the rubber match then.
Both times Chicago won.
Oh, both times Chicago won. I'm sorry.
Indeed.
I thought the Packers won the second game. Look, drops the ball at the 5-yard line. 3rd and 10.
Almost caught there. I think there was some great defense to pull that one out of his hands. It was great placement. Once again, Rodgers is so good at what he does.
Indeed.
This year set a record for the franchise for Green Bay.
Sack, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness, and what a spot for it on a 3rd down conversion attempt. Push them to a 4th and 17 now. And they're going to be forced to kick for a field goal.
This is going to be a pretty long kick.
53 yards. This one looks low, but it's accurate.
He hits it.
Through the uprights.
Crosby, with the educated feet, puts the ball through, and it's 3-0 Green Bay.
And the kickoff well through the end zone. We're going to see this play begin, as so many have before, from the 25-yard line.
So what do you think of playing in the snow? Do you think it's going to be a problem for either of these teams, or are they used to it?
I mean, as a professional athlete, and you're in Green Bay, you're in Chicago, you're used to the snow at this point. This is playoffs. You know what? Oh my goodness, wow. Shaking 1, 2, 3 tackles. Only one guy in pursuit. I don't think he's going to make it. Going all the way. And in their opening play of the playoffs, the Bears take it 75 yards for a touchdown.
Unbelievable. Just like that. It's 6-0, waiting for the extra point. And it looks like it's going to be good. And there we are, one play, 13 seconds, 75 yards, and the Bears take the lead. This home crowd is absolutely electric right now.
You know, Langell, I'm going to change everything I said. I don't think the snow's going to affect him at all.
No, I don't believe so. Not at that.
Kicking into some 13-mile-an-hour winds here. Going to force the ball down right around the 6. Going to be returned. There's the 20, the 25, weaving and taken down at the 29. They'll give him the 30 on the fall forward. This
The
is
Packers are going to – sorry, go ahead.
Another great year for Colby. 13-3 ends the season. 813 win percent.
That's absolutely incredible. Hats off to him.
Snap here, throwing from behind the 25 out to the left side. This one's caught. He keeps both his feet inbounds before he spins out.
21-yard reception. Referee says it's good.
My goodness. Pushing already to the opponent's side of the field.
In one play.
Slippy with a host. Slangel with a host.
That's one thing I got to say about this league, Meter. We support each other.
That's very true, especially in playoff footballs. This is an exciting time. Coming off the left side and taking him down. Callahan with a sack. His third tackle of the game already. This one for a loss of 7 on the quarterback himself.
The clock continues to drop. The Packers are now back by 17 yards.
From the shotgun. Rodgers making a lot of calls. Takes the snap, waiting patiently, stepping forward, throwing out to the left side. This one's caught. Pushing forward and getting knocked down quickly. A small pickup there. Moves the ball to the 48-yard line. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 9. You know, I say small, but they gained 8 yards.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I was just thinking, sorry. I mean, like 3rd and 9 is not impossible. That's not a bad play by the Packers.
They brought it back into a gain of 1 total on the drive so far.
Rodgers waiting too long to get sacked.
And
Mack
comes in off the right side this time. There were 3 there. That's going to force the punt in a 4th and 20 situation from the 41, and this one through the end zone. So they'll take it from the 20.
Be interesting to see whether or not the Packers have any answer for the Bears offense, because they clearly did in the last drive. 1 play, 13 seconds, 75 yards, touchdown.
Shift from the defense. A man from the back comes in. Snap, handoff, trying to get out to the right side and taken out at the 24.
Gain of 4 yards there. Clay Matthews with the tackle.
And what a way to start the new year, Langell, but with playoff football here at TPCFL.
You can't ask for anything better. We're almost in sync with the actual NFL schedule. And as soon as the conference games are finished, that means that Madden 20 will be available in the vault, which we are moving directly to Madden 20. There isn't going to be any sort of delay, Meter. We're going to be able to jump right into the next season. I can't wait. Cannot wait. I can't believe we're also in season 7.
That is also amazing, and we're about to crown a season 6 champion.
We are.
Pass out to the left side, caught through the defense. What a play!
That was incredible. I thought that was going to be either swatted or picked off. Gabriel had other plans.
Trubisky's first pass of the night, too.
Yep.
Now directly behind the center, he takes the snap, handoff, pushing right up the middle, getting great blocking, only one guy to get past, spinning through him, and falling down at the 32.
Howard has almost 100 yards in the first quarter alone.
Unreal.
Absolutely unreal.
3 out to the right, 1 to the left from the shotgun. Trubisky with a man just off to his left, handoff, pushing up towards the right side. Man, he's got wheels. And taken out at the 26.
They're going to have to find a way to solve him and slow him down. If not, he's going to destroy the Packers all on his own, Meter.
104 rushing yards in the first quarter. Wow. Those are Pro Bowl numbers.
They definitely are.
The snap now dropping back. 2nd and 4. Looking downfield. Rolling out to the left. Throwing into the end zone. Over the head of the defense and caught, but stepping out of bounds.
It's a great play. Just 1 foot short. Now 3rd and 4 for the 26-yard line.
Throwing over the middle. This one's caught. Brought down at the 8. Trubisky 2 for 3, 42 yards already. Wow.
Yeah, the Bears definitely came to win this game. There's no doubt about that. No wasted motion, no wasted attempts. They are just tearing the defense apart here, the Packers.
And that moves them, Langell, through the red zone immediately, straight into the red hot zone. The 8-yard line. Next stop, 6 points.
Here we go, 8-yard line.
Trubisky with a snap, handoff, trying to get out to the left side and taken out at the 7. I pick up a 1.
Gets swallowed up there, but still moving forward.
Howard, 6 rushes for over 100 yards. Wow. That 75-yarder, pads the stats a bit.
Just a smidge. Just a smidge.
But at the end of the day, you don't look at it on a play-by-play basis. You look at the final numbers, and if they keep at this pace, these are going to be really impressive.
It could easily be a 200 to 300-yard game. I'll say 200 to be conservative.
You mean by the half?
Yes. 2 seconds. Oh, timeout Chicago. Forced to take a timeout, or they would have a delay of game penalty, which would have been 5 yards. Using one of their timeouts. Had trouble deciding what play they were going to use in that situation.
And that's fair. This is a big situation. Right now, they're leading by 4, but when you lead by 2 scores, it puts you in a completely different mindset.
Definitely does. You can afford a mistake if need be. Not that anyone wants a mistake, but you can afford one when you're up by 2 scores.
I formation, 2 off to the left, offensive line, strong on the right side, the snap, handoff fake. Man coming in fast, and he's taken down. Trubisky is sacked. Phillips this time.
That is the problem with play action passes, is the fact that one side is left wide open. If you don't block that side, you are definitely, hitting the field, hitting the turf.
Knocking them behind the 10, behind the red hot zone, back to the 16, but still needing to get into goal. 3rd down. 2 to the right, 1 to the left.
Making some changes there on the line.
Snap, dropping back, looking, he has time, thrown into the end zone, and this one caught out of bounds again. He held both his feet steady, but he was well out of bounds.
Yes, and part of that could be, too, the snow, right? It's hard to tell exactly where the line ends sometimes if you can't see it.
That's a really fair assessment. And this
Field
kick
goal
off to
misses.
the right.
Wow. They marched down the field and completely stalled in the red zone. And now Chicago turns over the ball, and Green Bay gets their shot starting from the 23-yard line.
I formation again, 1 out wide on either side. Offensive line strong on the left side. Handoff fake. Looking downfield is Rodgers. Bombing it deep.
He had.
This one all the way to the 20-yard line, and he's hit. He's upended. Feet overhead and falls to the ground, incomplete.
I noticed the protection that Rodgers had there. He had 5 guys right in front of him, making sure nobody got to him this time.
And these big plays could be huge, but so far they have not been working out.
No.
As we say that, a little pass over to the right side is caught.
Yeah, 7 yards on the game. Packers now have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to try to either get a touchdown or a field goal. There's plenty of time left in the clock to do this.
Snap, handoff, trying to get out to the left side and sandwiched.
Got smashed by Jones. Now 4th and 2, forced to punt.
More great defense from Chicago.
Definitely.
After that first drive, they've had nothing.
Nowhere.
Oh, they touched it. Oh, he picks it up and falls backwards. Wow, that was close.
That was close. Still on the 43-yard line, though. That's an amazing starting point for the Bears.
It is indeed. Just under 3 minutes left to play here in the half. One out wide to the left. Offensive line very strong and trailing off to the right side. Man in motion from the right to the left, and Howard in the backfield. Snap. Handoff pushing right up the middle. Caught up on a guy, but refusing to go down.
Gaining 2 yards plus. 2 yards to the positive.
2 yards well fought for in that instance.
Definitely. Now 2nd and 8 from the 45.
Handoff trying to push up the middle and picking up some more yards. Moving to the 49.
3rd and 5 now.
Two out to the left, one to the right. Offensive line strong on the right side. Howard just off to the right of Trubisky in the shotgun, and that's the 2-minute warning. We'll see if they choose that same formation.
Oh, they're choosing something different this time. They only need to pick up 5 yards. Howard moving out far to the right.
Nobody out there to cover him. Snap, he's wide open.
Threw it short, but got the first down. I think Howard was used as a distraction there.
Whatever he did, it worked.
Indeed.
Howard was wide open and streaking. A man from way back was trying to get there to cover. Threw it short and picked up the first. Well done.
Definitely. Howard now running forward and gets hit just as he crosses the line. Moves the chains. Now 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
Great ball movement, especially on the ground. And when you have a good mix of ground and air play, makes it hard for the defense to cover everything.
It certainly does. It seems as though Howard is the go-to target, whether through the air or on the ground right now. If I were the Packers, I'd be double or triple teaming him.
Chicago with a screenplay attempt of their own. No gain, no loss.
Looks like Howard's going to run it. Oh no, they're changing the play up. Trubinsky looking, waiting, throwing, out of bounds.
Nope.
No, wow, that was inbounds. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Dragged his toes and kept it in. And moving the ball quickly downfield now. Another screen, pushing forward, and that's a touchdown!
Absolutely huge by the Bears, taking this lead and commanding the score at this point. It'll be 14-3 based on the extra point. Green Bay on their opening drive scored a field goal and haven't been able to do anything since. And now the Bears in 2 minutes and 16 seconds went 56 yards and gained another 7 points, up 14-3 basically at the half now.
And it only took them 7 plays to do it.
That's quick. It's not as 75-1 like we saw the kickoff of the game, but it's still pretty quick and pretty good.
That's fair enough.
All right. Kicking the ball back, giving the Packers 38 seconds, and it's in the end zone, which will stop the clock, so they get the full 38.
Full 38 seconds on the clock. All their timeouts still on the board and trailing by 11 Green Bay. Starting this drive from the 25-yard line. They got a long way to go, and other than their opening drive, their offense has not been producing particularly well.
No, I agree. They need to rethink their game plan here in the half and come out in the second half with a different game plan, trying to shut down not only the defense of the Bears, but get their offense running as well.
Throwing over to the left side. This one's caught, hit hard, holds on. Timeout. Green Bay moved the ball 17 yards to the 42-yard line.
If they could do that a couple more times, they're at least going to get a field goal out of this. If they can get out of bounds a couple times to stop the clock without using timeouts as well.
And snap here, dropping back to the 30. A guy coming in quick. This is screen, getting out to the left side. Juking back in. He could have stepped out there and stopped the clock naturally, but instead juked back in, picked up a couple extra yards, and forced the timeout.
I think the Packers have clued into the heavy blitz of the Bears and are now working around it.
2nd and 1. Rodgers takes the snap, dropping back, looking, throwing over to the left side. This one's caught, diving, unable to get up, but the clock keeps moving.
Not calling a timeout. There's only 15 seconds left. I don't understand.
No hurry-up offense, no timeout. Instantly selected a play, but...
This is strange. This is very strange. Unless they're going straight to the end zone. Then
thrown out to the right side. This one's caught, and he's bodied.
Timeout,
1 second. Timeout,
yes.
Green Bay.
I thought they were going to miss it.
That was close.
Super close.
The 3-point attempt is up, and it's good.
There we go. 14-6 going into the locker rooms. It always feels good to get points going into the locker room. You don't want to give them up.
This is a 1-score game now. 8 points separate these two teams.
Mm-hmm. Now Chicago gets the ball to start off the second half. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
12 minutes left in this playoff game. 6 of them here in the third. Interesting to see what's going to happen here. How are the defenses and offenses going to switch things up? What are they going to keep the same?
Wow, Howard just got swallowed up there.
He did.
Gained 1 yard and pinned by 3.
From the left, behind, and in front, just taken down. And if I can say one thing Green Bay needs to change, they need to stop the run of Chicago if they have any hope of keeping this game moving.
I agree.
And I got to imagine the coach was saying the same thing in the locker room.
It seems something was said because they are trying to absolutely shut down Howard at this point. 3rd and 6.
This is a big play right here. This could change momentum. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Howard off to the right. The snap. Dropping back, throwing over the middle. This one's caught and taken down. The 42. That's a first down.
To Howard.
And again to Howard. If you're just tuning in, you're watching TPC Sports. This is the TPCFL. And when you're watching playoff football right now, Divisional. Handoff, pushing forward and taken down at the 44. An injury on Massey.
Massey is down. We'll get an update as soon as possible. The Bears now 2nd and 8 from the 44-yard line.
Bobby Massey, the right tackle, his 8th year in the league.
And down goes Trubinsky, taken down by Clay Matthews. Elbow sprain, will return soon. That's good to hear.
It is indeed. Nothing major, minor sprain. This is playoff football. He's going to be back in the game.
Shot of cortisone, they'll go right back in there. Novocaine, that helps too.
2 off to the left, 1 to the right. The snap. Trubisky continues to drop back, thrown over the right side. This one's swatted down easily.
The Bears forced to punt. The defense showing up in the second half for the Packers.
And Kolbis, one of my picks for the best punters in the league. We're going to see how this wind affects them. Blowing very strong to the southwest. Snap here, trying to return, misses a tackle and taken down at the 30. A good return.
That was a great return.
14-yard punt return sets him up on the 30 in Green Bay. Looking to go to work here for the first time in this half. Rodgers with 2 in the backfield, 1 off to the right. Offensive line strong and trailing out to the left side. The snap here, handoff, pushing towards the left and right back to the middle and taken down quickly. I pick up a 1 for Jones. His first rushing yard of the game there in only 2 attempts. Very underutilized in comparison to Chicago. The run game difference is night and day.
Definitely. Flag on the play. Who's it going to be against? False start offense. That's not going to help the Packers' chances any now. 2nd and 14 from the 26-yard line.
It won't. Roy Sims, the freshman, jumps the line. His rookie year in playoffs at Chicago. Nerves maybe got a little bit too much for him. A beautiful breakout to the left side, picking up the first and knocked out of bounds at the 44, but he had a whole lot of room to run. Maybe the Bears just aren't expecting the run.
That could be it, because they were heavy in the passing game in the first half. No, it didn't stop the clock. I apologize.
It should have.
Should have.
Huh. I formation, handoff fake, looking, and he's sacked way back to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 18 now. That definitely didn't help their chances.
They pick up a first, and then they get a loss of 8 on the sack. Right back where they were.
1 step forward, 1 step back, it seems.
Indeed. Handoff attempt again, trying to get up the middle and closes out quickly.
3rd and 17. This doesn't look good for the Packers at this point. They need a huge play. They got to try throwing into that end zone like they did in the first drive. It wasn't successful, but you keep trying. Because Chicago's nowhere near the end zone right now. Oh, and they get sacked again.
Wow.
4th and 26.
Leonard Floyd coming in off the right side. Well, the left side. But the right side of the defense and just taking him down, forcing the punt. And what a great punt, actually.
That was good. That was very good on the 13-yard line.
Howard, so far this half, has been reduced to just 3 yards or 2 yards per carry. 6 yards total on 3 attempts. We'll see if that changes at all on this drive here. Handoff fake, looking downfield, throwing it deep into double coverage. This one bouncing around and finally knocked down.
Almost intercepted. There were 2 Packers there.
Very dangerous.
Total yards, 207 to 116. Howard setting up for a run.
Snap, handoff, trying to push up the right side, getting through, shaking off a tackle and falling down at the 23.
Do they give him the 3rd and inches now?
It should have maybe been 3rd and 2, but he just kept falling forward. Shaking
Chicago
off
with
the
a
big
timeout.
man.
That's strange to me.
They had to do something similar in the first. Now that time it was because of the play clock. Here, I don't think that was an issue yet.
No. I'm kind of questioning that. If this works out, great. If not, it's a huge penalty against the Bears.
Looking, throwing over the middle. There's a first down, and then some.
It worked out.
Moving the ball almost to midfield now. The 42-yard line on a 19-yard pass. That quick slant play working effectively.
All right. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
I formation. Handoff, trying to get out to the right side and taken down. Shout out to Joe Diddy 10 in chat saying good pass. Indeed it was. Another first down on the last drive. On the last series, if you will. 2nd and 9 now on this one. 20 seconds left here in the third. The snap, handoff, pushing up towards the middle, weaving, spinning, jumping, and taken down at the 47.
I know it's working for him right now, Meter, but watching this, are the Bears too reliant on Howard right now?
I mean, that's a very, very good question, and I imagine we're going to find out pretty quickly. Now, if it works for them this game, doesn't mean it will work for them next game, especially if his opponent is monitoring what he's doing right now.
And both of his potential opponents are in the chat right now. They're seeing the effectiveness of Howard.
Snap, throw over the middle. This one's caught. He's got a lot of room, and he keeps moving. Moves the ball all the way down to the 37-yard line on the opponent's side of the field. First down, Chicago.
Courtesy of Howard. I question this. I seriously question this.
Handoff again, pushing up the middle and picking up some good yards again. Moving the ball to the 32, 5 yards gained. Now, I will say, this is something very similar I've seen from the Patriots in real-life football, and that's where they would pick one guy and they would throw to that guy for the majority of the game, and then the next game they would pick somebody different and overutilize that person, and it made it very hard to decide who are you going to double cover, how are you going to cover these people, and who are they going to be throwing the ball to in big situations. That may be something the Chicago's trying out right now.
It could be. It makes sense if that's it. But I think putting all your eggs in one basket, especially if he gets injured, is potential for disaster.
Hey, just because he's utilizing Howard to his fullest right now doesn't mean it's the only thing he has in his arsenal. Snap here, thrown over the middle, and this one's caught, and he holds on as he's taken down hard, moving the ball into the red zone, the 18-yard line. His first reception of the night, and you know what? Not particularly surprised, given what we're talking about.
Oh, exactly. But with 4:09 left in the play, left in the game, I would definitely try to run the ball a little more, drain some more of that clock.
Handoff fake, throwing wall hit, he catches it. That's a touchdown.
Beautiful play by the Bears, right into that end zone. They've tried that before in this game, and unfortunately, by the time the receiver caught the ball, he was out of bounds. This one here worked out perfectly. Makes the score 21-6, pending this extra point kick.
They may have looked at that exact play in the locker room and said, here's what we got to do different, and made it work.
They definitely did.
10 plays, 87 yards, and we are a third of the way through the fourth here. 4:01 left, and Green Bay is looking a bit run down and looking a bit defeated. It's going to take a lot to get them back into this one.
Yeah, it's going to be, they need 2 touchdowns, one with the 2-point conversion. There's a lot of pressure in Green Bay right now.
A lot of pressure. But if there's one thing the computer's good at, it's not caring about the pressure.
That's true. It's almost like they're not programmed for that.
You know, I bet we could.
Yeah.
Program that in. I'm going to write to EA. Dear Mr. EA.
Yes, exactly. I know you have a lot of other things to fix, but try this.
I will reserve the rest of my snipey comments. To the right, one to the left, the snap. Rolling out and throwing into the middle of nowhere. Rodgers a bit shaken up right now. The crowd loving it.
2 more of those. Actually, 3 more, because you have to think they're going to go for it a 4th down at this point.
This is all or nothing. You're going home. You're staying home. For the Green Bay Packers here tonight, the snap dropping back to the 15. 2 missed tackles thrown over the middle. This one's caught well past the 50 now. Well, the 49.
That is past the 50. You are correct, sir.
More than inches past the 50.
Mm-hmm. Wow. The Packers have only tried running the ball 4 times this game.
The snap again. Rodgers throwing, and he's hit while catching and drops the ball. Wow. Big stat for the Bears. Number 2 in overall takeaways for the entire league.
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
2 to the left, 1 to the right, a man in the backfield. Snap, dropping back. Thrown over to the left side. This one's caught. A beautiful spin move. Shakes the first. Trying to spin through the second and taking out at the 42.
I expect a blitz from Chicago at this point. Try to stop stop the Packers.
3rd and 3 yards needed. Clock still moving. Now under 3 minutes left to play here in this game. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Langell sees a blitz.
I see a blitz. Here comes the pressure.
No
Oh,
blitz.
did they make it? I'm going to say 3rd and inches. 1st and 10, they gave it to them.
That's interesting.
That's huge. That's absolutely huge because the clock keeps rolling. The Packers still moving down the field.
The chains move. The clock too. Snap thrown over to the right side. This one is caught through defense.
Rodgers being hunted down by 2 separate Bears. Throws it for 15 yards. That's impressive.
Just outside the red zone now, the 23-yard line. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Green Bay has all of their timeouts.
They do. But they need to score onside kick and score again.
Snap, looking, throwing directly at a defender, and this one's caught. He's bringing it back around. Only 2 guys to get past, and he is fast. The 30, the 20, he's getting caught up to the 10, tripped up at the 2.
Got him at the 2.
But my goodness, he ran end-to-end on that one.
He definitely did. They just flashed the message saying that Chicago was 2nd overall in takeaways. That must have been their cue. Boom, done.
The snap, looking into the end zone, throwing, and this one swatted down by the lineman.
2nd and goal from the 2. They're not in the red zone meter. Where are they, buddy?
The red hot zone.
They sure are. They sure are.
Most dangerous part of the field. And for all of the running they've done tonight, with the clock's momentum still on the board, they're choosing not to run it now. Very interesting.
I find that strange at best. I mean, look at the fact that even if they come away with a field goal from this, they've definitely won the game. But, I mean, if you're throwing it, you could possibly get a pick 6. Chicago almost pulled it off a couple plays ago.
That's a fair point. Drop it back to the 15, thrown into the end zone, stripped out of his hands, incomplete.
I got to give the Packers credit. They could have just decided the game was over. What a defensive play. Stop the Bears from the 2-yard line and force them to kick a field goal.
Absolutely huge.
24-6.
18-point spread right now.
Minute 34. 2 timeouts on the clock.
If you're Green Bay, field goal.
Yeah, if you're Green Bay, you know, this game could have been absolutely over after that interception. They still have 1:34 on the clock. And I mean, it's going to take a miracle for them to win this game, but just see what they can do here in the final minute and a half.
And my hat's off to, first off, Colby in general, but their defense today has been remarkable to hold the Green Bay Packers to 2 field goals.
Oh, 100% agree. 100% agree. Whoever plays the Bears in the NFC Championship better be taking notes.
Snap, thrown over the middle. This one's caught. He's got some room, taking it down past the 50. Hurry up offense. Less than a minute 30 left to play here in the game. From the 48-yard line now, Rodgers in the shotgun. Everybody's on the line. The snap, looking downfield, throwing out to the right side. This one's swatted out of the air.
Stops the clock. Second deflection pass for Smith. Or pass. Yeah. Whatever he did, that was good. It was the second time he did it.
It was well done as well. Slangel in chat saying we have another playoff game coming up right after this one finishes. That's true. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching right now, we will be taking maybe a 5-10 minute break, switching over to a different game. Huge sack here. A 12-yard loss. We have another playoff game. This one over in the AFC, the Patriots and the Texans. And the head coach of the Texans calling for 10 minutes. And I think that's pretty fair because my Xbox isn't even turned on.
Well, I thought it was an hour from now based on what we had scheduled, so this is a surprise to me too.
Is it? Interesting.
Yes, I thought it was at 9 o'clock Atlantic, which is 8 p.m. Eastern. But apparently it's 8 p.m. Atlantic. I'm okay with it, though.
Well,
totally okay with it. Drops to a knee. Chicago not even taking the timeout to stop the clock. That should almost end the game. 30 seconds on the play clock, 40 seconds on the game clock. Taking a knee here. They're going to have to do it again based on the time left on the clock. Interesting strategy by the Bears. Takes a knee, and that will wrap the game up. 10 seconds left, 3rd and 12. I don't think we're going to see another play. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is it.
Congratulations, Cobus 1984, on heading to the conference championships,
where he'll face either the Seahawks or the Cowboys, who are playing their game on Saturday.
If you guys haven't already, subscribe to TPC Sports wherever you're watching right now. You'll find all of the action right here, especially during these playoffs. And head on over to tpcfootball.com for all your stats and figures. Let's take a look at some of them right now.
So the Bears victorious, taking out the Packers.
Only 50 extra rushing yards after the first period.
That surprises me. I figured he'd have at least 200 conservatively based on the first quarter. The time of possession makes a huge difference for the Bears there. I think it's all the running plays which keeps the clock running, right?
Definitely that's going. I mean, falling down inbounds, the sacks. There were a lot of sacks that game, making big difference. Keep that clock running for sure.
Definitely.
But thank you so much for calling this game with me here today, Langell.
Oh, anytime. Anytime. I love doing this.
And for everybody else, make sure to subscribe. We're going to be bumping live again here very soon for some more TPC football action. Playoffs. This is the time. You're glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. And man, I'm glad I'm here.
Me too. And I get to call that game. That's going to be incredible.
Super exciting. We have some games tomorrow. We have some on Saturday. Very exciting time to be a TPC football fan. And if you're not yet, you will be very quickly. Go ahead and drop that subscribe right now. Drop that follow. You will not regret it. Stick around. We'll be back soon. From everyone here at TPC Sports, thank you all so much. Don't go anywhere. But I hope you all have an outstanding rest of your night.